Hello everybody, Stuart from Content Villain here. I just wanted to give an update on the long form content creator, and I will go through a demonstration of this before I put this live today. I also just wanted to touch on the AppSumo deal being closed prematurely. I think this is a bug or something. It should have been played out for another 20 hours or so. So I'm pretty frustrated. We're in opposite time zones to them, so there's not a lot we can do. They'll wake up in the morning in Austin, Texas, and we'll take it from there, and we'll ask them if they can put the deal live for a final 24 hours to let those people who wanted to get it last minute to get in. So yeah, this is coming. Please just be patient, and yeah, it'll be sorted out. We'll make a way so you can't be forgotten. And the second point I want to go to is just say thank you for all your support. It's been incredible. I really appreciate everyone for joining this journey, and we're working super hard to make the best product possible. And I think we're really onto something here. And the speed of execution, the innovation that we're coming out with, and the fact that we just seem to be finding new things every day that we can sort of implement and incorporate into the product is super exciting. And things are a bit slow because it has sort of blown up, and we're trying to scale up the team now and make it a lot larger than I ever anticipated. But we'll get there. So stay with us. We're on a good path. Is pretty much the memo there. And then finally, we get on to talking about sort of AI and the whole sort of natural language processing scene and how things are and what's going on. There are a bunch of tools coming out with access to GPT-3, no doubt about it. A lot of these tools launching with similar models, and a lot of the difference between them is how you train the models. And we often get the feedback that our models are pretty great, but our UX sucks, and we're well aware of that, and we're working on that. So don't worry. If the substance is there, then great. The UX is something that we'll fix over time. When that's polished, we'll be humming along nicely. But with this, we sort of get onto the point of long form content and how you can do that with GPT-3. And basically, the demonstrations that I put on YouTube previously, I submitted those to OpenAI, and they came back to me and said we couldn't do it. I read the terms thoroughly. I made sure that I was complying with all of their terms and how they were written with regards to rate limits and how you could only do one per click and all of this stuff. But no, so that was fun. We had to sort of try and find a solution, and anybody who knows me knows that I don't take no for an answer. There's always a way to do something, and determining the best way to do that is it takes a bit of brain power, but usually it comes to me in the end. So we hit on something here, and I think in this space there's going to be more and more people entering it, and I think it's incredible the pace that the AI is evolving and changing. And OpenAI is a great company, but they're not the only company. And I think the way that you set yourself apart here is to become a master of all of them and to know them all inside out, and to be able to come up with solutions for real businesses and real business needs based on which is best for your needs. Because there might be something that is restricted by one of them, which isn't restricted by another one. So, you might ask somebody else who has a product and they say, no, we can't do it because we're only playing with one. Whereas, we plan and we are playing with all of them. We're learning every day. And I think the way that we're doing our custom models and the insights and the conversations that we're having about that makes our skills with training models and understanding how this all works on another level compared to anyone else. So this is what we're doing. Our long form content has no GPT-3 in it. We're not using GPT-2. We're not using Neo either. We're using something completely new, and we found a way to train it really nicely. So this is going to be a fun demonstration to show you, and I hope that it brings you a lot of value. Again, this is the raw first version, and you know what that means. Please tear it apart for me. Your feedback and your suggestions help us to continue to iterate and build a better product. And I love it. I love it when people tell me something is crap, because it's a great experience for me to stay humble. And I know that my design skills are pretty nasty, but we're working super hard on getting the functionality, and the design will come later, and that's fine. So let's get into it. We go into we come into Content Villain, and we've gone to the personas page, and we've clicked the blog post persona. This is looks familiar, right? Because it's like the blog introduction. So there are two ways that you could do this. You can use this and get the blog introduction that you like. If you don't like it, then you could go to the blog introductions, do one of those, and then copy it across. That's also an option. Do whatever you like. This is it provides some great outputs, so I'll show you this. And we also have the ability to use the pre-filled fields, so no problem there if you wanted to have those from somewhere else. We will be making a way that you can automatically generate blog titles and these blog descriptions, but at the moment we're not quite there, so be patient, that's coming. So we come in and we want to do a blog, and let's just imagine COVID never happened, everyone is happy, people are traveling all the time, we're getting all the backpackers to Thailand, and PP Island is awesome, and we have a bunch of properties there, and people want to stay there, and we want to attract them because we control a bunch of properties on the island. So what we would do is we'd make a blog title like, why should I visit PP Island in Thailand? And then we can put a description. We can say picturesque features, tropical paradise, awesome wildlife, make PP truly one of a kind. It's an awesome space. It's an awesome place. You should definitely go if you haven't already. Content is generating. You get this nice little animation and some text to say, due to the nature of how we trained these, it takes a little bit longer than previously we had with the models, but that's fine. And then we have at the bottom, we're going to put some quotes and stuff. So we get an introduction like this. There's a whole bunch of things to see and do in Thailand, and among the best is the amazing PP Island. Located off the coast of Thailand, PP is one of the best places to visit in Thailand. This blog has some great information on why you should visit this beautiful island. So that's great for an introduction. Again, if you wanted to copy it in from the blog introductions model, then you could. You just come in and you paste this out. You can edit this, you can add to it, do whatever you need. And then you can hit this button to enter the blog creation suite. So we come down here, we get this editor, you have the word count, you have a button here, you have a button here, and you have a button here. Looks familiar, right? Because it's what I did with the OpenAI demonstration, but we weren't allowed to use that, and that's fair enough. They have their own terms, even if they don't write them down very clearly. So what we want to do is, if we wanted to add to this introduction, we could. We just type and we add to it like that. But if we wanted to add another section, we come up here and we hit add a section, and we can explain, you can do what you want. So we can explain what it's about. My beach at PP is a great place for a day trip and taking photos. So we give it some information on what we want the section to be about. We hit make new section. Again, the AI gets to work, and it's going to print this out for us. And this is it's pretty cool. So we get the beach at PP has a different feel to it compared to other beaches. It's not as crowded, and not the beach you'll find on the west coast of Phuket. The beach is also much busier than the beach at Phuket, which can be a lot of fun. The beach is not well known, though, so you may have to deal with more tourists than you find on the west. Okay, so it's a fair output. It seems that they got a bit of a fetish for beaches here. No problem on that. What we could do is we could hit this right for me, and it's going to add on to this. And this is all proof of concept. We're still sort of training the models, and we continue to tweak them like we do with all of our models to make them better and better. So you might do it on the west coast. PB is a part of Thailand, so you have to follow the customs of Thailand. It's important to pay attention to what you wear, as you will not want to be dressed in a bikini or topless. It's not permitted for women to go swimming alone, and there is no swimming in the nude at PP. They do have a mosque on PP, but they don't have strict rules like that. So it's it's always good to have a bit of expertise in the domain that you're following, so you could cut stuff out of that. But the stuff about the customs is really great, and definitely you'd want to follow that. So you can see we have the introduction, we have this paragraph. There's a slight issue with our editor at the moment where it's not sort of breaking this up as nicely as I'd like. So that's a known issue. It's a work in progress. But at the moment, you have the header. This is in paragraph tags for HTML, and this is also in paragraph tags for HTML. But as you continue to edit it, you might want to, just space it up a bit nicer like that, just so you can see clearly exactly what you're doing. But that looks fine for a section, and then we can have we can put kayaking is a great activity to do on PP. You can visit all the little caves and isolated beaches. So once we put this in, we hit the generate content button, and it's going to go through the whole process again. And this whole process, people who tell you that you can hit a button and get a full blog post, it's unrealistic to get anything of any quality out. You need to actually spend some time crafting this. And I always say to people, if we can take your blog writing down from 5 hours to 30 minutes, then this tool is more than worth it. So we got enjoying a day kayaking on PP is one of the best ways to relax on vacation. Some of the best beaches can be found on PP Island. A day trip to Maya Bay is a must for tourists. Okay. Staying in PP is also a great experience. The nightlife is, so you see that we've added a bit of text there, and then we can do the write for me, and it's going to add a bit more from the AI. And this is just a nice sort of collaborative process where you can write a bit, create a bit, write a bit, create a bit. It stops you getting writer's block. It keeps the process moving, and everything is smooth as you go. So the nightlife is not as vibrant as it is in Phuket. The food is also a lot better. If you do plan on going to PP, then you need to check out the hotel we've written about here. So cool, you could even put in a link, an affiliate link or whatever, and you'd be good to go. We love staying at the PP Beach Resort. There are a lot of things to do in PP, but there are a few that everyone. Oh, I'm curious to see what's going to say next. So let's have a little look. Few that everyone should experience. For those that are looking for a different type of beach, you should consider visiting the right clothing, the right attitude. You can get away from the cars and enjoy the beauty of this beautiful island. Okay, so that's a nice little output. So again, we have the different paragraphs that would be like that, and you see how you can sort of build the blog out, and you could, you can craft it, you can go in, you can change everything. We got Grammarly working, so anything that does need a little fix can, and it's like this, and you can keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Finally, I'll just show you the add conclusion, which will say nearly finished, and then we automatically fill this with the title of the blog post, because that's usually what the topic is. And you can put in the summary. Why should I visit PP? We can put spectacular beaches, tropical paradise, awesome scenery. And then if we wanted to put main points, we could put this in as well. And we're pretty much going to put the same as what we put in the above. Beaches, beautiful wildlife, pretty scenery. Check out our properties on PP. So we hit make conclusion, and again, it's going to generate that for us. It's going to then add that to the end of the text, and we can see how that's going to look. And I think what's really unique about what we're doing is we trained each of these models individually. So the section model knows about writing a section. The conclusion model knows what a conclusion should look like, and the write for me button is trained to know how to write content like that. So the final part is, I hope this blog post has helped you with the decision of whether to visit PP Island in Thailand. PP is a spectacular island, and we are here to help you get the most from your visit. I hope you enjoyed this post and find it useful. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. We are happy to help you in any way we can. So it's a nice little conclusion there. We can, space this out if we want. We're going to have export to HTML. I'm going to make it very, very simple how you can get this stuff into WordPress and other platforms. I've already made a guide on how to use webhooks to get content into WordPress directly. Please check that out. But yeah, this is where we're at. This is the first of many. So I'm super excited to actually be in a position to let you guys play with this. Again, give me any feedback, any suggestions. I'd love to hear it. The raw, the dirty. If you hate it, tell me. If you love it, tell me. I have the thickest skin in the world. You're not going to damage my feelings. I wish you all a wonderful week. And if you are looking to create content and you are looking for a partner in crime for great content online, there is no better place to look than contentvillain.com. Thank you.